Hi, welcome to UPATE's Crossing. Okay, as a tarot reader, I want to see you empowered. And the problem with some of the questions that are being asked, they don't really get the best out of the cards. They don't really give you the best advice. They don't really give you the answers that are needed. Okay, so it's quite interesting to sort of look at this in many ways. Okay, so we can look at questions related to tarot that are not so great. Questions that are yes and no. Yes and no questions do not help the tarot. Okay, questions that will I and we get married? What will my future spouse be like? Will we reconcile? How does he and she feel about me? When will I achieve results? Should I do this? How does he and she and they react to me doing this? Will I get the job? Will I pass the exam? Yes or no questions does not give you the full answers with the cards. Timing questions that start with when will something happen does not allow for action to be taken. Okay, those sort of questions. How does he and she feel about me? It does not empower you. Okay, unless it's part of a bigger reading. Okay, if we're just going to do just that question, you want to talk about, what is your current relationship like? So great questions to ask the tarot. Let's have a look. Let's pull this up. Oops. Yeah, great questions to ask the tarot. I'm hoping that you can read that there, but let me just move the screen. Okay, what can I do to improve my journey? What can I do to improve my finances? What can I do to improve my well-being, health, or career? What does spirit or the universe need me to know? What do I need to know re-love? How can I improve my relationship with my current partner? How can I improve my relationship with my children or with my family, co-worker or boss? What is hidden from view that is of value to me right now? Why do I react this way? How can I create well-being in my life? What do I need to do to manifest boundaries in relationships? What is the foundation of this current relationship? What is my current partner's effect on me? What do I need to know in relation to this situation? What can I do to balance out my health? What do I need to know re my finances? What do I need to know re career? What do I need to know re love? What do I need to know re friendship, family, etc.? If you're wanting timing questions, think in periods of time. For example, what will happen in the next 3 months at work? What do I need to know about the next week with my relationship with current partner? Those are the sort of questions that are going to be much more useful to you to gain the knowledge you need in a reading. These are just some things that can help. But when you ask questions like, how does he or she feel about me? How will they react if I do this? It doesn't matter in many ways. Okay? It's all about what you can do to improve the situation. That's what's really important. That's what's value. Should you do something? Well, what will happen if I do something is much better. What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do something? That's the better way to phrase a question. These are just some thoughts for you to get the better type of readings from tarot, especially with reading when we're just doing a 2-card reading. Okay, when we're just doing a 2-card reading. Okay, so we're talking about relationships, right? And so the best way, you don't want to ask how or she feels about me. Unless you're in a current relationship with someone. So if you're in a current relationship with someone, you really want to know what your foundation of the relationship is, or what do you bring to the relationship? Or what do they bring to the relationship? That's basically what you want to do, is say, what does he bring to the relationship? Skills and abilities. What does she bring to the relationship? Or you bring to the relationship? maybe sunshine and happiness. That's a better way of looking at the cards. What do you both bring to the relationship is better than saying, how does he or she feel about me? What do we bring to the relationship? What does he bring to the relationship? That's a much better question. So what does he bring to the relationship? He brings a sense of moderation, okay, a sense of calming emotions, sense of tranquility. Maybe he brings transformation and changes to the relationship. So that's better. What does he bring to the relationship? What does he bring to our connection? It's a much better way of looking at it. Anyway, these are just some thoughts, some rambles that I thought about after my lives. I really want to give you the best when you get a reading from me, even when it's a free reading. I really want to give you the best of myself. And with the questions that you ask, some of those questions do not allow me to give you the best reading. When you're asking about how he or she feels about you, it doesn't really, Spirit is not really giving me, because it feels like it's like, it doesn't matter, it's not important, especially if you're not in a current relationship, especially if it's just about a crush. It doesn't empower you. It doesn't make you grow and develop within yourself. So it's, what do I need to know about myself? What do I need to know to connect with so-and-so? You want to be empowered. You want to be in control of your journey. You know, even when you're in a relationship with someone, it's important not to lose who you are as an individual. It's important to acknowledge who you are, your own identity, your own individuality. You know, it is important to maybe, you know, how can I respect so-and-so? You know, how can I respect my partner? Maybe to not take things that do not belong to you. Do not, you know, do not take for granted his things. And to focus on the direction that you're actually moving into. You know, you're two individuals ready to move ahead, and you're moving side by side. You're not trying to control each other. You're just trying to, you know, move together on the same page. So yeah, just some random thoughts. Just, you know, thinking about different things that you can ask into, you know, in with relationships, especially, you know, with love. You know, will you get married? Well, firstly, you've got to be in a relationship. You've got to meet the right person before you can get married. At this time, the answer's no, until you meet the right person. You know, so that's what gets a little bit frustrating as a reader. It's like, how can you meet somebody? So what do I need to do to meet somebody? Okay, you need to make sure that all tasks are complete, that you've got some closure on a situation, a sense of doing the work, making the effort, not stressing and worrying about it all. You know, don't let your thoughts, your perceptions get the better of you within the situation. Could be part of it. So these are sort of things that you can sort of think about. I'm just rambling now, I know, but I just sort of want to show you, you know, the better ways to sort of, to get the best out of a reading. Anyway, that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hi, welcome, welcome. So hopefully you've got some idea about, I keep feeling something big will happen. Oh, hi. Okay, welcome, welcome. Right, so that was a little bit of a video just to begin with in the best type of questions. Okay, so if you want to know more about what I was talking about, here's the link for it here. So just to give you that link, that was the type of questions that are best asked for readings. So I just want to put, oops. Just want to make sure that goes in that way. So that's the link. So let me just put that in there. That is the link to the questions related to the best type of questions to ask for readings. So I just wanted to sort of share that with you to get the best out of readings. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to look at random questions. Okay, don't forget donations take priority. The best questions will be answered today. Make sure your questions start with what, how, and why. Okay, they're not going to be yes and no questions. Okay, yes and no questions do not give you the best answers with the cards. I can give them, but they don't get the best out of the reading. Yeah, you saw the video earlier? Yeah. So I'm really trying to make sure that people sort of get the best out of their reading. So today I've got the Silver Witchcraft Tarot, the Universal Celtic, and the things. I'm not answering yes and no questions. No questions that start with will. Will, should. Okay, it's all about the best questions start with what, how, and why type questions. Please read the blog. Please read the if you haven't watched the video. So it's sort of trying to get you into sort of a little bit more with the cards instead of just yes and no questions. Let's try and get a little bit more out of your reading. Don't use the word will in front of it. Don't use the word will, should, or is something going to happen. We don't want yes and no answers. They're not very productive with the cards. So now I've got the Santa Muerte here as well. So these are the 3 decks that I'm using today. So we want questions that are going to give us a little bit more information. So let's have a look. Oh, Jay, no, you saw the video. That's awesome. Hi, Egyptian Famous. Hi, Aditi. Sine. And there was somebody else in here before I said hello to. Was Tiziana. Right, so we're looking for questions that are no yes and no questions. Not a question that's going to be answered with a yes and no. Think of a question that can be a little bit more in depth for you. I mean, I can answer them, but they don't give you anything. Oh, Jay, no, that's perfect. Cool. How can I improve my connection with Kira? It's Jason here. Okay, Jason. How can I improve my connection with Kira? Let's have a look. That's a fantastic question. Okay, the first card is about the Lovers. So it's definitely about choices that need to be made. So look at the choices that you're making within the relationship. How do you choose to react to situations within the relationship? Okay, so how do you choose to react within the relationship? It's about finding a sense of, I want to say, a sense of balance within the relationship as well, which is really important. Okay. So here we get the sense of leaving behind something. There's something that you have to sort of let go of, or something that you have to move away from as you move into that connection with Kira. Okay, so there's something that you have to sort of look at deeply, and it's to do with your choices that you make. So it's all about, what do you leave behind? Maybe it's a reaction that you leave behind, or a person or a situation that you've got to walk away from, even though you may feel connected to it, or you may feel it's the right thing. Maybe it's something you actually have to choose to walk away from to improve that connection with Kira. Okay, so that could be something that, and it could be in a real emotional connection in some way. So it's allowing you the choices that you need to make. How do you choose to react to the situation? How do you choose to behave? Your perception. How do you choose to perceive the idea of the relationship? So it's about looking at those things and being able to sort of release or let go of, so that you're able to walk towards the relationship or that connection with Kira in a much better way. So that's a really sort of, I think that's really important for you. Just take a moment to take a breath. Take a breath and look at the options that are available to you within the relationship. Look at how you can just to release and let go of, walk away from whatever it is that seems to be sort of holding you back in some way. Could be something holding you back from something emotional. What are you afraid of? It's a sort of a slight fear, or a something that's sort of holding you. I feel like something sort of tugging you back, pulling you backwards, something sort of tugging you backwards. So just enabling you to sort of look at that, look at the phases of where you're at, the stage of where you're at in the relationship, in that connection, that relationship. Feel very emotional. I don't know whether it's a past, something from the past that you need to let go of, that you need to walk away from. So anyway, some things to sort of think about in that level there, Jason. So hopefully that helps you just take a moment to find that sense of passion within the relationship as well, which is quite important, that creativity. It's fear of abandonment. Okay, yeah, and that takes time to work through. Because it can make you feel very react in certain ways. So yeah, something to work. So you're still working on that. Okay, so just take a breath and just allow yourself to process that. At least you can acknowledge it, which is a really good start. You acknowledging that is a really good step towards the right direction here. Okay. Okay, so you've got proposal for your arranged marriage's name, Robert. Okay, how will the connection with Rohit? Okay, so how will that connection be? Okay. I feel like there might be a little bit of stress and worry. I feel like there could be a little bit of stress and worry within the situation. Like feeling like there's a lot of stress and a lot of worry, but there is a gain to it as well. Feels like there's an attainment. So there could be some ups and downs with the relationship. So it's about how you choose to react to that situation. Of course, there is going to be some ups and downs here because we've got this worry. We've got the Nine of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. So that tells me that there's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some stress. There's going to be some worry, maybe some disappointments sort of situation where you're sort of feeling a bit overwhelmed, maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by it all. And so you just might, so it's about acknowledging the gains. I think there's going to be some positive aspects to it as well. So it's how you choose to move through those challenges that are going to make the difference. I think that's really important there. So I feel like this is going to be a relationship that's going to have its ups and downs, and how you choose to work through the downs is going to be the most important aspect of this, knowing that there are going to be some positive aspects as well. Okay, so that's there as well. Okay. Right. So hopefully that answers that. Okay, so that's really cool. Egyptian famous, which it's a bit of a, feels like there's too many postage delays coming in here. Straight away, I feel like there's going to be a, so did you talk to someone in the office about it? So I don't know whether you talked to anybody about it, about your about the refund. I don't know if you talked to somebody in the office because you were behind the so I don't know if Tassiana's still here. So yeah, Egyptian famous, it depends on whether you spoke to somebody in the office or not, and whether they said they'd send it to you. Feel like there was a few things influencing that decision. Hi Valentina, how are you? What's doing there? Oh, I'm not doing any who questions. It's what, how, and why. Valentina, it blocks you off to too many other options. What have I got that in there for? Need to see the best type of questions video. It's too hard with who's coming towards you, because it's too it limits you. Means you miss out on other opportunities with friendships and things like that, and closure. We're winter. We are winter. You're in the middle of winter. Where are you? We're winter. I thought you were moving towards summer. Aren't you in the northern hemisphere? Oh, you're in the southern hemisphere. Oh no, you're south. You're the same as you're in Argentina. Of course you are. We're winter too. Of course. Of course. Sorry, you're down south. Yeah, Valentina, I'm not doing any who type questions. It's how, what, and why. We're looking at questions that empower you. Make sure you see the this is here. It's just they're too hard to answer. They block you off to so many other aspects. So Valentina, change your question to something that starts with that empowers you about your journey, about your life. Not who's coming towards you. What can you do to create the situation? There's lots of people coming towards you. And love can mean so many things. And only you can decide whether he's a good guy or not. I don't want to take away your power. I want you to be empowered. So, don't forget, Ko-Fi. Let's do this. Yeah. Right, okay, so I'm going to do a pick a card. Okay, so pick a card I am going to do. Let's do the Oracle of Mermaids. Pick a card. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Choose a number, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, let's have a look. Card number 1 is falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. Okay. The mermaids sing. Feeling powerful feelings of attraction for another and becoming overwhelmed with feelings of tenderness, almost to the point of feeling more for the other being than for food, drink, breathing. Feeling powerfully attached to another, seeing the divine within them, experiencing the divine within yourself is extremely addictive. The beginning of a powerful relationship which truly has magic within it. The recognition of soul within another. Yet it is also wise to know thyself well and to be able to read your own patterns. Seeking to communicate and to establish a close bond with another, feeling very akin to them, a dissolving of boundaries of self into a kind of one, a time of sweetness and security, beauty, excitement, newness and uncertainty. Perhaps a time when you're almost certainly very much alive and very much at the end of ordinary life, and approaching what we often call insanity, the space before knowledge, with the idealization of the other is at its height. This card can also signal a desire for something that is sacred, deeply connective, soul-forging, and powerfully erotic. Lovemaking that is exquisitely spiritual and sensual. Okay, card number 2. The mirror. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. That's interesting. It is time to gently yet firmly see the truth about who you are and to understand that who you are is not ugly or lacking, but truthful, beautiful, wonder-laden voyage into the soul. It is time to be shown what the eye cannot always see, but what the spirit has sensed. This may come through observations, loving words from friends who are truly able to see you, from a stranger who noticed something that you too may overlook, or it can come in a moment when you glimpse who you've become. Dreams, visions, and flashes of intuition are also the mirrors that work with us at this time. Mirrors and who you appear to be will be coming up for you. Be sure to embrace the mirror and the magical mermaid's tool as an ally, and wonders and healing will unfold. Card number 3, Sanctuary. Talks about privacy and violate personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. 28. Right. Cramped quarters, shared bathrooms, little privacy. Someone is not respecting you, while at the most private moments your boundaries must be studied, redrawn, and then patrolled by you. Personal space feels either disrespected or as though it is diminishing. It is time for some space to be off limits to others and only available to you at certain times. This respect will benefit everyone. Reverence for your own personal space will flow through to respect for their own needs. Therefore, balance and mutual harmony can be achieved and maintained, creating a flourishing, healthy relationship. So that's the cards. Pick cards 1, 2, 3. So let's do collective. Let's go for lesson B cards here. And the Flux Tarot. Hi Jasmine, how are you? I'm not doing a free list, I'm doing random, depending on your question. Making sure your question starts with how, what, and why. So just type in your question. Yep, you're good. So yeah, just type in your question and how, what, how, and why. If you haven't already seen the blog, which tells you what type of questions, which is here, this link here, this link gives you the best questions. Whew. Legalities I can't do. Not doing yes and no questions. What do you need to know about your case with your landlord? I can't do legalities either. Can't do anything that's to do with legal issues. So you need to read the disclaimer down below. It says nothing to do with legalities, nothing to do with legal stuff. Also nothing, no yes and no questions. Think about questions that start with how, what, and why. What, how, and why. How something, why something. That's right, PDF. That's right, I've got to create some PDFs. Hi, Telsiana. Yeah. So I can't do anything that's with legal, medical issues, anything to do with pregnancy, because it's a medical issue. So we're sort of seeing how, what does Leo bring to the relationship, or what do I bring to the relationship? You've got questions that are empowering. Be very careful. I need to know who Leo is. Is Leo, is this a relationship? Is the Leo the someone who you've got a crush on? Are you in a current relationship with? I need more information than just who is it? Who is this person? Is this a boss? Your crush? Hi, all about me. No, I'm great, thank you. Not too bad. trying to get a little bit more, trying to get empowered questions. To the how, what, and why type questions. Check out the blog, check out the not about how someone sees you, not someone how someone feels. Yeah, so disempowering. Just trying to get questions that the cards answer really, really well and honestly. Hi, Rosie. Okay, so we're trying to get questions that are a little bit more. If you want to know what type of questions, check out this link. Check out the link. Check out his type of question. No list all about Maine. I'm doing random depending on the question, because I can't answer all the questions that people type in, because I don't do legal, don't do medical, don't do third party, don't do questions about how someone, I'm given up on doing questions about how someone feels about them. There's certain questions I'm just not answering because they're just there's too many factors come into play, and we're doing how somebody else sees you. It's not, it's what does he bring to the relationship is the best type of questions. You guys have got to communicate, got to talk. Calciana. Yeah. Trying to work out the best type of questions that the cards give you the best answers for. Just seems like such a waste when there's so many more empowering questions. So yeah, I'm just thinking about questions that are empowering. So hey, Rosie, let's have a look. Oh, that's a better question, Jasmine. What do I need to know about the next 3 weeks of my life? Okay, let me just put that to one side because that's for something else. Okay. What do I need to know about the next 3 weeks of my life? Okay, the next 3 weeks of your life, what's important for Jasmine to know about? Okay, we talk about a relationship in the next 3 weeks. Something to do with choices that need to be made within the relationship, maybe a sense of trying to find a sense of balance within the relationship as well is super important. Could be a lot of movement going on in the relationship as well. Feels like there's there's a lot of movement going on in the relationship. It's all to do with the choices that need to be made, Jasmine. So it feels like in the next 3 weeks there are some choices that you need to make in regards to a relationship. Now, whatever that relationship is for you, can be on many levels. Doesn't necessarily mean as in a romantic relationship, but it's definitely a relationship that there is some passion within it. And the reason why I say that is because you've both got the Lovers and the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is very passionate, very creative, movement forward on the journey. So it's got a lot of passion, a lot of creative desire coming up here. So there's a lot of choices, a lot of decisions that need to be made to create a sense of balance or harmony within the relationship. And there's a lot of movement in here. So we do feel like there's a lot of movement going on within the relationship as well. Okay, so that's what you sort of need to know, is there are some decisions and things that you need to make. Rosie, that's a good one. Let's do the Santa Muerte Tarot. What are we going to do with the house we currently live in? What are we going to do? Oh, okay. I don't know what that was. Okay. These two here. Okay, so feels like there's going to be a need for you to sort of stand up for what you want to do, stand up for what you believe you need to do. I think this is really much about you taking a moment to take a breath and look at what's of value to you at this time in regards to the house. What do you really want to do? Because it really is about creating the abundance and prosperity. It does feel like you're bringing something into fruition in regards to the house as well. So it definitely feels like you need to sort of take a really deep breath and look at what's important to you in regards to this house. I think, yeah, I do feel like there's a need for you to sort of look at what's important to you in regards to this house. Feels like there's something wavering. It's like you're wavering and you want to sort of create something else into fruition, bringing something else. So I don't know if you're thinking of selling or you're thinking of sort of moving on from the house or making some changes to the house. Maybe it's about taking some changes, but there's definitely something that you need to change. It feels like you need to change. You want to change in the house and you want to stand up for your convictions. You want to stand up for your beliefs in the house. I just got that saying about not being able to see the trees. Is that something about not seeing the trees for the forest or not seeing the forest for the tree? Whatever it is, feels very chaotic energy. Don't know if there's a lot of chaos going on in the house and you just want to create the beauty, nurture the home in some way. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot to it. Not quite sure where you're at with the house, but definitely feels as though there's a lot going on, a lot of chaos and things going on within the house. And so you're sort of feeling like you need to stand up for what you truly want so that you can nurture the house the way you want to. Yeah, so yeah. All about Maine, and then I'll go back to Chrissy. You're welcome, Rosie. What does Spirit need to know this week? Okay, I'm going to go Silver Witchcraft. All about Maine, right. Okay, all about Maine. Let's have a look. What does Spirit need to know this week? Oh, gee. Okay, so we've got here the sense of a lot of meditation and reflection. It feels like there's a lot of I do get a sense of a lot of meditation, a lot of sort of being in silence for you at the moment. Feels like you're taking back your power, taking back your who you truly are, your own thoughts. It feels like something you're taking back who you truly are in some way, which is quite big. It's like you're rebuilding your path, rebuilding your it feels like you're building your, oh no, I just got expansion, expanding your spirituality. Feels like you're expanding your spirituality in many ways, and you're really sort of starting to stand in your power. You're starting to be within yourself, your own power, your own energy, your own thoughts, your own perceptions. Feels very, very much as though you're standing in your own power. So it does feel quite strong here, and you're starting to sort of feel like you're standing on solid ground of reality in a way, as you start to sort of reach, I want to say you're reaching towards the stars. Actually, I feel like you're reaching towards stars, even though I know there's no stars in here, but it feels like you're reaching to the top of the tower, reaching, it's like you've built on solid foundation, and you're starting to reach upwards. You're starting to grow and expand. I'm getting a lot of growth and expansion going on here. A lot of enlightenment, understanding, new understanding. You've been doing a lot of healing and fasting and praying for you. That's why I feel like you're standing in your own power. You're doing what you need to do for yourself, which is really important here. So I think that's why the isolation, the solitude, the meditation, reflection type cards coming through, because it does feel like there's a lot of going for you. So there is some new understanding, some new enlightenment coming through quite strongly for you. So you're definitely doing all the right stuff. You're on the right path. It really is a confirmation that you're moving in the right direction, because you're starting to build the future that you want for yourself. You're building the path that you want for yourself quite strongly there. So yeah, quite strong. Hey Ruby, you need to check the link. Question. Okay, let's have a look at this. Why do guys never approach me? Is something wrong with me? Just haven't found the right person. You're welcome, All About Maine. You're welcome. No worries. Don't forget to check the link when you think about your question. Why do guys never approach me? It's all about the connection. I don't think you've found the right connection, that's all. Could be because you've got a lot of work to do on yourself first. Maybe there's some things that you need to think about and reflect with the Four of Pentacles here. You've got the Two of Cups, which talks about connection. So it's just that you haven't found the right connection yet. Okay, you haven't found the right connection. And with the Four of Swords, it's all about feeling like you need to do some healing on yourself. It's all about being able to sort of take some time out and contemplate and reflect on the type of person that you actually want in your life. What type of person do you actually want in your life? That's the thing. You may be giving off that energy of maybe you're not ready, or something. You haven't quite met the right person. You haven't had the right connection. You don't need every single guy approaching you. You just need that one. It's about the quality, not the quantity. Okay? It's about the quality of the person, not the quantity. So maybe it's just about finding that right connection. So this is very important for you to take a moment, take a breath, and just bring in that, manifest that one person that you want in your life. It may take some time, but you don't want scattered energy. You want to sort of come in and just to focus on just the quality of person, not the quantity, the quality. I think you're wanting the quantity, and it doesn't, and the quantity doesn't work. And so you really want that energy of one person. So there is that connection you're waiting for, and it will happen, but you've got to decide your intention. And, you know, and sometimes we need to approach. But yeah, it comes down to that contemplation, that intention. What do you want out of a relationship? Who do you know, what type of person would you like? Not necessarily which person, but what type of person would you like in your life? And let the universe bring that person in. So there's definitely, it's about the connection. You just haven't found the right connection yet, that's all. Right. So you just need to check your questions, check the blog with what type of questions. Right. So who's MK? Is he a crush? Is he someone that you're dating? Is this someone that you know really well? What's coming for me for love? That's a good one. What's coming for me in love? Okay, are you talking about as in a relationship, intimacy type energy? Or are you talking about a you know, it's about loving oneself first before you can bring someone in to love you. Maybe there's some lessons to learn. So, Jasmine, let's have a look. What's coming towards you in love? What do you need to know? Love. What does Jasmine need to know in regards to relationship, as in an intimate relationship? What does Jasmine need to know in regards to an intimate relationship? Hi, Shweta. Relationship. Okay, I just get the sense of be careful about restricting yourself. Making sure you don't feel contained, you don't feel restricted or limited. Be careful you don't limit yourself. Okay, be careful you don't limit the possibilities. Okay, because it does bring out some new beginnings. Shweta, just check the here. Anyone coming in, check this link, what type of questions to ask. So it does feel like you need to be careful about limiting yourself, because there's some new beginnings coming for you in love, in the intimate relationship. It's all about taking a risk. So don't limit yourself. I just get the sense of taking a bit of a risk for you in a relationship, an intimate relationship. Feels like you need to sort of make sure you're unlimited. Don't restrict yourself. I think that's really important here. Don't restrict yourself. Don't limit yourself. Take a bit of a risk. No. No, it's new beginnings, new possibilities. But you've got to make sure you don't limit yourself. I feel like you could feel like you're limiting or restricting yourself in some way. No, it talks about new beginnings, new possibilities. It's a rainbow of hope here. Nothing's bad. You can change it. You can choose to have a real positive experience, but it's how you choose to, you know, limit yourself. And by the way, I'm only doing random readings anyway. I'm only doing certain questions because some questions are just not. So anyway, no, it's not bad at all, Jasmine. It's just making sure that how you choose to, take a risk. Feels like there's new beginnings for you. So it's not bad at all. It's positive. Right. Shweta, not doing current feelings about anybody. So discerning. So discerning. Right. You constantly ask the same question about this one person. Look, maybe he's just not into you. He hasn't communicated with you. I don't know whether he's talking. Oh, such a energy drawer. Okay, what's coming next? That's better. What's coming next in your connection? Okay, what's coming next in your connection? Are you guys communicating? Feels like there's a lot of emotions. And maybe some clarity. So it feels the Queen of Cups can talk about wounds, can talk about hurt feelings, can talk about your emotions being dealt with. Yeah. Yeah. So I keep getting hurt, wounded. And I think you really need some clarity. You need to remove away all the confusion, all the clutter that's going on within your mind. Okay? There's no contact. I'm going to suggest, yeah, that's what I keep getting. And I'm going to be a little bit, well, maybe I'll put it up there. Let me just get this other book. Ugh. No contact. Just not into you. It feels like you just need some closure. You need some get rid of all the clutter. Just feels like you just need to. He's just not into you. No contact. Move on. Basically, you're hurt. You're wounded. You need to nurture your own emotions. You need clarity in the situation. You need closure. You need to have that sense of I want to say new direction. Definitely feels as though there's new thoughts, new ideas, new plans coming into your journey as you get that sense of clarity. Definitely feels like, yeah, feels like you just need to move on, need to let it go and just get on with your life. No contact. Recommend you get this book. Recommend you read this. So, yeah. When you're asking how someone feels about you, this is my answer. If he hasn't contacted you, you don't know how he feels about you, he's just not into you. Totally recommend that book. So if you want to know how someone feels about you, and it's to do with a relationship or a crush or something like that, he hasn't contacted you, it's because he's not really into you. But no, one who always makes excuses. If someone's interested in you, they'll contact you. They'll keep in touch. So let me do this. Right. Do a collective reading. Okay, this is a reading for the collective energy. Okay, I'm going to use the 4 Haksa. Okay, for the collective. Should have done this. Right. Okay, collectively, let's have a look. Collectively, it's really important to find that sense of inner strength within one person, within yourself, to find your inner strength to be able to endure and have the stamina to be able to continue moving forward. To have that courage is really important, and that comes from within. It's your own inner strength to do what you need to do for yourself, which is really important here. You've got Elder of Earth here. So this is very much about opportunities that arise. So maybe there's some opportunities that arise for yourself, and you've got to have that courage to do so. You've got to have that stamina, that endurance to be able to do what you need to do in the opportunities that you're given, you're offered. It's very much about taking care, nurturing the business opportunity or the opportunities that arise, being able to nurture it. So you've got to take it, you've got to grab it, and then you've got to nurture it, which is really important here. And you've got to maybe have that courage to do so. It could be doing something that's unexpected of yourself. So you definitely feel like you need that strength to do this. It's about looking beyond the surface. Maybe it's time for you to dive a little deeper into the situation to get a little bit more information about what you need to, this offer that you've been given, and you want to nurture it, but you might need to actually look beyond the surface and actually see what it's about and what's actually it entails in some way. So that could be a really important aspect there. So let's look at the Blessed Bee card. Okay, so okay, we've got Morgan's blessing of peace after battle. So yeah, there could be some challenges with this business, with this opportunity that's coming. There could be some real challenges to the situation, but it does bring us a sense of inner peace once we've sort of moved through, had that courage to really sort of dive deep into this opportunity that arises and allowing us to nurture it. It actually brings us a sense of inner peace on some level. So let's have a look and see what this card actually entails. 46. Okay, a traditional blessing for those who have suffered hard times to be returned to peace and prosperity. Peace as high as the sky, sky to the earth, earth beneath sky. Strengthen everyone, a cup very full, a fullness of honey, honor enough, summer and winter. Spear supported by shield, shield supported by forts, forts fierce, eager for battle, fleece from ship. Woods grown with antler tips, forever destructions have departed. Nuts of trees, forever destructions have departed. A branch dropping down from growth, wealth for a son, very learned. Neck of bull, a bull from a song. Knots and woods, wood for a fire, fire is wanted. Palisades new and bright, salmon their victory. The boyne their shelter, shelter with an excellent of length. New growth after spring, and autumn horses increase over the land. Land told of with the excellence of word. Be might to the internal most excellent woods. Peace as high as the sky, 9 times internal. Morgan's blessing of peace after battle. Traditional blessing for those who have suffered hard times to be returned to peace and prosperity. There's an interesting card to look at there. So that's it. That's the collective reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Just take a moment to take a second to reflect. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jaguar. Really appreciate that. Hello, hello. How are you? So, yeah, I'm just sort of cruising. That's cool. Yeah, I'm still doing card pulls. just going to add oracle as well. It depends on what you want. I was just thinking of thinking I might do some actually do some shamanic medicine card spreads. Would you like me to do a shamanic medicine card? Do one of this one here. Because this is quite good for spirit work. I'll get 2 cards to focus on. Right, okay. So what 2 cards? Because I'm going to move together. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. The first card you're going to focus on is soul retrieval, reclamation. So let me just read this for you, because this is card number 1. Okay. Soul retrieval speaks. Let's piece back your fragmented soul to balance, make you whole. Retreat from feeling guilt or shame. Personal power is yours, reclaim. Okay, it talks about soul retrieval revealed. This ancient shamanic practice is part of a process that can heal original wounds and soul loss. Calling on power animals, allies, and spirit helpers, the shaman journeys to the lower or upper world to retrieve fragmented parts of the soul of the person they are working with. Soul loss can occur due to the loss of a loved one, trauma, an accident, or any abuse. So it's about stepping into your authenticity. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You are seeing the truth in a situation. It's about confirmation that you're seeing the truth in a situation. Trust your intuition. Open your eyes to what others are really saying. Be gentle with yourself. You're on the mend. Release any judgment of yourself and others. Connect with and trust your guides. Okay, so then the second card. Okay, so that's the first one here. I've got a second card for you too, Jaguar. Okay, the second one is your medicine bag. It's about treasure. So I think part of that soul retrieval, that healing and everything, is also about having a medicine bag as well, which seems quite important, sort of moving together. Okay, so adorn me with findings like feathers and jewels. I offer protection for your sacred tools. Placed around neck, wear me on your heart, connecting with spirit and never to part. This talks about made of cloth or leather, a medicine bag, also known as a crone, druidic crane, or spirit medicine bag, is worn around the neck and over the heart center as protection from the past and future. It can contain stones, herbs, bones, hair, fur, feathers, shells, or other small sacred objects. The medicine bag helps the holder to be in relationship with the world around them while connecting to the power of the supernatural. So allowing old memories to surface, remember the past fondly, look through pictures, photographs, and other memorabilia to reconnect you with the feeling that make you you. Gather tools that enhance who you are and can assist you on your path. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So that's what you need to sort of, this is about connecting with who you truly are in many ways and allowing yourself that protection as you journey through this. I think this is you, as you do this work, it's really important that you stay protected. Yes, a mojo bag. Yep. Oh, awesome, awesome. Yep. Really important when you're doing this soul work to do this, connecting with your magic. Yep, definitely. This, I love this deck. I love it. Hi, Melody. This is great for any spiritual work. Connecting with any shadow work, spiritual work, anything like that. It's really good. This deck I love using with when I do my full-on readings. This is really good with my Native American tarot. Yeah, the shamanic medicine deck is really cool. The other deck that I'm enjoying working with, Jaguar, is where if I can find it. What did this do with it? I can't see it for looking. Isn't that weird? I just sort of had it in my eyesight and now I can't see it for looking. Why can't I see the deck? Oh, there it is. Shaman's Oracle. It's in the wrong pile, that's why. It's in with the Blue Angel decks. Oh. This is the other deck I like working with too. So let's have a look. Hi, Ling the Aries. Okay, Jaguar. Let's have a look. Just seeing if what other card comes up. Jaguar, Ancestor of Skill. It's an interesting one. Ancestor of Skill. Let's have a look. Okay. I am the ancestor of skill. I teach you how to find a sense of balance and wisdom and how to channel this into whatever task you undertake. I can enable you to uncover the skills and skills latent within you that will imbue you with positive energy. I stand for the artistry of life itself and can teach you how best to access the single most important skill of all, knowing the art of living. The artful and versatile soul can always find a way, no matter how wide or deep the chasm ahead. Many cave images depict ancestral figures that are part human and part animal, symbolizing the fundamental connection between them. Skills can be learnt through observation, but this need not be limited to observing humans. Here, the ancestor skill appears as a hybrid of a deer and a person, expressing how important it is to blur the edges of common perception and seek skills from unusual, even unlikely sources. Crucially, we must look within ourselves to harness the abilities we already possess but have not yet discovered. These are often the most enriching. So interpretations include skillful progress, recognizing your abilities, understanding the process of daily living, living skillfully, dancing where others run, finding joy in the skill you already possess. Okay, Jaguar. It's an interesting card to look at. Ancestors skill. Melanie, I'm not going to ask whether it's a twin flame, soulmate, or karmic connection, because I don't have that. You're welcome. That's all connected to your spiritual journey. So I thought they worked really, really well with that energy. Right. That was cool. I love doing those type of readings. Those to me are really empowering. Really empowering. Okay, so what have we got here that's coming through? What type of connection? I can do that, what type of connection you have, but I'm not going to tell you whether it's a twin flame, it doesn't read soulmate or karmic. What I can tell you, actually, do it this way. Let's do it with an archetypal. Oh, you're welcome, Jaguar. You're welcome. Anytime. What type of connection does Melody have with Aaron? What type of connection? Let's have a look. What type of connection? What type of connection? Okay, we can go a little bit deeper here. It actually talks about some sort of military type connection. So something that's very feels very insane, delusional, feels very sort of to the point. Okay, there is that sort of, let's come up with delusional. So it's maybe not it's not as you think it is. Okay, it feels very rigid type of energy. So I don't feel it's as you think it is. It's not a twin. I just think it's just that soul energy, I do think there's some type of energy. Yeah, maybe some karmic energy to it. There might be that closure and stuff like that. Yeah. I think it's just too wound up in it. I don't think it's doing you any good thinking about it. I just feel like it's a sense of crazy, a sense of making you feel, maybe making you feel a little crazy, making you feel a bit, it's not as you think it is. I think you just got to let it go. Let's see if I can just get a little bit more information. I just get this sense of just being very, let's see what else. Oh, here we go. What fell out? I'm sure another card fell out there. Yeah. Because it's interesting. It's definitely I think forget about the past life stuff. Okay, forget about that. It's about what is the relationship right now? What type of connection? I mean, are you talking about a past life stuff? This is what it's about. something that made you sort of feel a bit crazy, okay? If you're talking about twin flame, soulmate, karmic type relationship, it's all past life stuff. But what could the connection be now if you worked more into the positive, into the more focus on what could the energy be now? It could be, if you just forget about the past, forget about what was, and think about just what is right now. I think so wound up in what could have it, what was it like in the past? Because you're talking about twin flames, soulmates, karmic. You're so wound up in the past, right? Forget about the past now, because this is what this is. This is the past energy. Okay? In the past, it was maybe some sort of military connection. It made you insane. It felt delusional. It just felt thing. And so forget about the past. Now it's about what it could be right now. Okay? If you forget about the past, what is the relationship now? You can choose for it to be happy. Okay? It can be a positive experience. Okay? And it could feel complete. Feel a sense of unity. Feel a sense of wholeness within it. In some way. Okay? So if you can forget about this past issues or past things that went on, there is that sense of being happy. Okay? You just focus on the now. Focus on the today. You could find a sense of inner happiness, inner joy, and a sense of wholeness, even a wholeness within oneself. And once you find that wholeness within yourself, you have that unity, becomes much happier, much joyful. Instead of focusing on what was, this twin flame, soulmate, karmic type of energy, that's what maybe it's making you feel, maybe that's what this is coming up. That sort of energy is bringing in that sense of insanity about it, sense of hysteria, maybe even a sense of, yeah. So if you can just focus on the now, then you can find that sense of inner happiness, inner joy, inner peace. Yes, yes. Forget about the past. It's about, you can do whatever you want to do in this lifetime. Doesn't matter about the past. Clear that past energy away. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Let's do a little bit of clearing. Should really get my soul energy clearing books out. But anyway, so let's just clear away all the past. We don't want to hold on to the past energy. We want to clear it away. We don't need it. It's not important in this current life. We can just clear it away. So let's take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just clear away all that past energy. Okay, we just want to clear away all that past energy. Let's use clear quartz. Whoops. So we're just going to clear away all that past energy. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. So you're going to clear away all that past energy. Okay, so now we're going to apply the healing that you really need. So what do we need in healing? Unification. So now we're just going to apply the healing that you need. there anything else that needs to be done at this time? No. Hi, Master Manifester. How are you? Okay, nothing else. That's cool. That's done. Right. So how you feel knowing that you can leave behind whatever was and now make fresh start? Okay, Melody? How do you feel? Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Yeah. You do not have to be destined to relive what was. When people are too busy focusing on what was, they don't allow themselves to learn and develop. You're welcome, Melody. You're welcome. Right. So what am I missing? Aries, or she said hello. Didn't get a question there. You're welcome, Melody. It's all about you being empowered, you being able to move forward on the journey in whatever way you choose it to be. We always have control. We always have choices. So, not quite sure where we're at. You've been working too much. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Good, not too bad. Cruising, really. Cruising. Been on for what? Nearly 2 hours. Just taking my time. Enjoying the process. Hi, Candice. Okay, so what was I up to? That's right. I was going to do yeah, that's me. I started off a little bit early because I may not be on every day this week because it's only supposed to be 3 days a week, but I may not be on every day because I've got other things happening. Now, Master Manifester, I don't know if you know, but I'm actually live in a caravan. Full time, by the way. So I live in tiny. So, yeah. So I love doing spiritual work, of course. Hence the Shaman Oracle, Shamanic Medicine cards. Yeah, so I don't know if you'd seen my space. Got a video on it, of course. Actually, this is the other deck I quite like. I should have shown Jaguar. That one. And oh, I got a donation. Oh, wow. Thank you for the donation. So who is that? Who is that from? Oh, well, Candace, thank you. Thank you. I did not expect that today. Candace, thank you very much. Muchly appreciated. Well, I'm Native American in this respect. One, two, three. I'm just waiting for Candace's question. Oh, Candace's. So, hi, Candace. Welcome. So, yeah, Master Manifestor, if you have a look on my blog and my new caravan space, you'll see video of it. Of course. I'm just waiting for my extra space to be built. Of course, I'm waiting for my brother. General read. Oh, okay, Candace. Anything that you need to know? Let's dive deep into this for you. Okay, let's dive into this for you because this is quite interesting. Okay, so what does Candace need to know in regards to her life right now? What's important for Candace? Let's do you. I know what you did, so I know what you paid for, but I am going to sort of far out, that flew out. First card we're looking at here is a sense of a balance in your emotions, maybe a connection in some way. Just feel like maybe there is a connection coming in your life, a new connection in some way. So if you've taken a breath and you're just allowing things to flow naturally, okay, organically, there is a connection coming in some way for you. There is a connection. Okay, so it's about nurturing, I want to say nurturing the truth of the situation, nurturing the, trusting your intuition. Trusting your intuition is going to be really important here in this aspect. Okay, so with this connection that's coming in, you've got to trust your intuition. Allow yourself just to go with the flow naturally. Allowing yourself to use your own skills and your abilities. I keep getting trusting your own intuition, using your own skills, your own abilities to manifest what you desire within the relationship, within the connection. Okay, so being able to manifest what you want by how you choose to react, how you choose to create the situation, does bring on, it's interesting because here you have the ace of or one of vessels. Okay, so here you had the two, which was all about union. Two of vessels, which is all about union. And here you've got this opening up to love, opening your heart to new possibilities within your emotions. So quite interesting. That's sort of coming around now. It's like taking a breath, taking a moment to just breathe and knowing that you can remove any confusion and stuff like that just by using your own intuition. Trusting in your intuition is so important here. So So, Candace, let's have a look. Oh, okay. So, we're here. It's interesting because you've got cleansing and purity. So, it feels like you've cleansed away all the burdens. You're just clearing away all the detox, the toxicity in your life, just cleansing all that away, cleansing all the stuff that no longer serves you, allowing you the freedom to move forward on this journey. Okay, so I'm just going to go. I know what you've paid. It's okay with what you've done. So I just want to, I'm just giving you a little bit of extra, Candace, because you have supported me quite strongly over time. So just going to give you a little bit extra. Let's have a look at what is important for Candace at this time. It's all about letting go of the past, being able to sort of acknowledge the past, move through the past, so that you can actually feel like you're reclaiming who you truly are. You're letting go of the past, allowing you to reclaim your own individuality, enabling you to retrieve who you are on many levels. So that feels really important here. So it feels like you're cleansing away the old here, and you're able to give yourself the freedom to actually let go of that past, actually let go of it, and so that you can reclaim who you truly are, the sense of your own soul. So interesting here. So this could be about sensing that connection, could be within yourself as well, having that sense of wholeness within yourself, Candace. So hopefully that gives you a lot of things to think about, gives you some idea about moving forward on your journey, manifesting what you desire, what you want, allowing yourself to trust your intuition with connections on some level. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. That connection can be any type of relationship here. It can also be that connection within yourself as well. So so that's cool. You're welcome, Candace. So let me just show. Hi, Rocky's World. Yep, just doing something at the moment. Well, I don't know if it's, it might actually be. Okay. Yes, Rocky's World, readings are available depending on your question. It's all about the question. Try something here. Oh my God. So disempowering. What do you need to know about rumor or gossip for? My type of readings do not cover that subject. That is just third party rubbish. No, Rocky's World, I am not answering that question. I can help to all sorts of slander there. That is not empowering question. That is so disempowering. Nope, not going to deal with somebody else's life. If you're doing this is third party rubbish. Sorry, Rocky's World, I'm not going to answer questions about what karma is coming for Roberto. Who's Roberto? You want something that's going to empower you. These type of questions. Yeah, sorry, that's no, I can be put for slander. That's slander. I am an authentic reader. I am one that empowers people.